Hi everyone, I'm Liz Peterson, and welcome back to another one of my Pipedrive training videos. Today I want to talk to you about how you can use Pipedrive's email templates at the next level by sending group emails. Group email is a really useful function in Pipedrive that allows you to send a template email to up to 100 contacts all at once. This can be really useful if you, for example, attended an event or hosted a webinar and you want to reach out to all of the attendees all at once. Now, in order to send a group email, you're going to use email templates, and we're going to assume that you imported a list of contacts into Pipedrive. If you're not familiar yet with creating email templates or don't know how to import your data into Pipedrive, then click the link above to go ahead and check out training videos that I have on those two topics, and then you can come back to this video and learn how to reach out to all of those contacts in one group email. As always, if you like this content, please go ahead and subscribe. If you have any questions, please leave a comment below. I really do love hearing from you. And if you want to learn more about working together with me one-on-one, check out the links below for more information about my consulting services. Now, with that, let's dive in. You send emails to people. So I do not want to be on the deals page of Pipedrive. I want to be on the contacts page where all of my people exist. So you can see here right now, I'm looking at 208 people. So people assigned to everyone. That's all of the contacts that I have in my database. But I just want to send this email to the people who attended the webinar, the people that I imported into the system. So I have that import list here. It is a total of 135 contacts. So what I need to do is I need to create a filter to get to that specific list of people. Now, you don't have to do this with just an import. You can do it in many different ways to get a filtered list depending on who you're trying to email and for what purpose. But for sake of demo and simplicity here, I'm going to find that list of people that I just imported. Now, there's a few different ways to do this. So first, I'm going to add a new filter. So I need to think of the conditions that will get me this list. And again, there are a few that would work. So one I could use is that the person webinar name field is this information that I imported. So the future of AI. I can save the selected columns with the filter just so it always looks the same if I add or remove any fields. Decide to keep it visible to only myself or anyone at the company, up to me. So I'm going to go ahead and click save here. Now I'm seeing 135 people. Great. So that matches the import list number. So I know I have the right group. But I want to show you just other ways you could also get to this list. So if I edit this filter, I could also do that the person created is today. So if I said I want to see all of the people that are created today because I imported this list today, click save, that's also going to get me those 135 people. So lots of different ways to try to get to that list that you ultimately want to email to. Now, if I select everyone and click send group email, it's going to tell me, hey, you can only send 100 emails at a time. Do you want to continue? And what's important here is you ultimately want to email 135. You don't want to email any people twice. So you kind of need to know where you left off. So rather than just sending to the first 100, I think it's better to create lists that are under 100 contacts and sending to those over time until you get through the entire list. So I'm going to go back and select again. And then there again are a number of ways to get to a smaller list. On the one hand, I have this email message count here, and I wanted to call this out because if you are sending the first ever email to individuals, what you can do is just use that field to get to kind of the next 100 you need in your list. So if I were to select all, send group email, continue sending the first 100, and then go through, I would send to those 100 contacts, and then I can add to my filter person email message count is either 0 or is less than 1. Either of those would work. And then it would just show me the 35 people left who I have to email. So that is absolutely one option if you are sending an email for the very first time to all of the contacts. Another option though is you can even do that the email or the name of the person starts with a certain letter. So I can do person name starts with A, or I can do does not start with A, and I could do it for a few letters. So I can do person first name, let's see how many I've got there. So I'm down to 118, right? I could add a few more letters, and then I could do the inverse to send it again. Now, I'm going to do something simpler. I know that of the data I imported, some of the contacts have a title and some of the contacts do not have a title. And I have two different email templates, one that includes a call out of their title and role at the company, and one that does not include that call out because I do not have that information. So I'm going to just do that. So I'm going to remove this and say the person title is not empty, and this will be webinar with title. So I have my 96 contacts here. I'm going to select all, send group email, and then I'm going to select my template. So this is going to be the webinar follow-up, and I've got a mail merge here. So I'm calling out their first name, the name of the webinar, which is a field, their title, the name of their company, and then some other information here. I've got the email open and link click tracking turned on, and then visibility. If I want other individuals at my company to be able to see the email that I sent, I would make this shared, and then if they ever go and look at these people, they'll be able to see that email that I sent and any correspondence that follows. Now, I want to call out these kind of mail merge tags. These do not look like this when you actually send the email. It just will look like normal text in your email. I do always recommend send a test to yourself to make sure that all of your formatting looks good. And I have more on this in the creating a template demo video, but make sure that your template looks good before you send it out to a bunch of contacts, but it will merge in the fields that you have. So I would click send 96 messages, and then it would start sending these out. These will all bounce because they are test emails. So I'm not going to go ahead and click that, but that is what you would do. So I've sent those messages, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to adjust my filter. So you can create a new one or just edit this one. Now I want to send to the inverse. So the person title is empty, and I can do per webinar without title. And I can save this as new. So now I have the two different filters forever and ever if I want to keep them. So 96 plus 1 plus this 39 equals a total of 135. Great. I've got all of my people. So I would select these, and then I would send group email, and I would choose my no title follow-up. Now I want to show you if I select this webinar follow-up, you see here it says 39 messages will not send, and it's because some of the merged data is missing, right? I mentioned that these ones do not have a title. So Pipedrive will alert you if you are about to try to send an email to someone with a merge tag that does not exist on their person or organization. And if you have, let's say, just a couple in your list, you can just click them out and then continue to send the messages because this is all 39. I don't have that option. So what I would do, let me click out of this since I clicked out of 2. So for these 39, again, I said I have a different template without the title merge. So here I select it. You see Pipedrive is happy. There are no fields that I'm trying to send that do not exist on these people's profiles. So I can update this to make it shared. I have the open and link click tracking on, and then I would click send on those messages. Now, again, I'm not going to send and have all of those bounce, but just so you can see, I'm going to go ahead and go to my full list here, and I will send an email to myself so you can see what that looks like. So I'm just going to send a group email to one person, but here I will select this one here, and I will make it shared and send this one message. So it's going to be sending, and then here I will see it in my sent mailbox as soon as it has sent. So this is in Pipedrive. As soon as it's sent, it will show up here. So this is what it looks like in my sent mailbox. You can see I have those little circles on the link click tracking, but if I actually go to my email, that is not going to be visible for the actual recipient. So let me pull that up here. So here I have that email, and you can see, right, all of those mail merge tags just look like regular text, and the links just look like links. And then back in Pipedrive, you can see that I actually have that open email tracking tagged because I have opened that in my mailbox. So coming back to our person list, you can see this email message count is many, as it is my email. But if I go back to all here, one other thing you can do is, let's say you want to send a follow-up in one more week. If they haven't responded to your email, right, you can use this email message count to do that, right? So all of these, after I send that first group email, the email message count will be 1. And then if I want, I could come in and create another filter in a week where it is email message count is less than 2. And then here, it wouldn't be person created today, right? Here, I would want to do that the webinar name is, and then that webinar name, and I would save that. And then that list would give me all of the people that I emailed 1 week ago, but have not responded to my email, and I could send a follow-up that way. So lots of great ways to use to use the group email function in Pipedrive that can save you a ton of time compared to just emailing out one-to-one. Thanks so much for watching. If you have any questions, please leave a comment below. And if you like this content, please subscribe. Thanks so much, and I'll see you in the next one.